to bring you one of probably the most requested videos that I ever get asked to do on my channel, and that is how I edit my Instagram photos. But not only how I edit them, but how I take my Instagram photos. So today I'm going to walk you through me taking a selfie, me taking it and editing it, and then posting it on Instagram. So we're going to start out with taking the selfie. This is where I take most of my selfies actually, because I usually only take selfies when I am filming a video. It's the only time that I really get full face ready, honestly. So I have my ring light right in front of me. I always use the front facing thing if it's a little dirty. I always use the front facing camera, my iPhone, and I always try to angle it so some of my plants are in the background. And then I just So that's basically how I get a selfie. I take a bunch. Sometimes I do some bursts just to make sure that the photo's in focus. And then I go through my camera roll and I favorite any selfie that is even slightly decent. Now that I have basically chosen which photos I like to go into Facetune and open them up. This is the first app that I use to edit my photos. So I go into my favorites, and as you can see, there are a ton of photos already in here from previous selfies, and I just look over the ones that I favorited. So as you can see, the first thing I do, I open the Whiten app, and I have to whiten the photo. So I just take my finger and I whiten the whole background, because the background, the whites aren't actually white, they're like yellow. And I want them to be like white. Even though when I put the filter on it, it ain't gonna be white, but this like makes it cool tone basically. I zoom in and make sure I didn't get the white on anything that I don't want to be like muted out. So like my yellow shirt, it got on there, and it got on my hair a little bit right here. Then I just do this to make sure all the whites have changed. I'm just gonna go in and also whiten my teeth, because since I made every other white, my teeth no longer looked white. I don't even know if my teeth are white. Honestly, they're the same color as my freaking shirt. Okay, now that I have whitened up the background, this is the part where I do it on some photos. I don't do it on all my photos, but I really like to do it. I go into the Tones tool. I actually learned this from, was it James Charles here on YouTube, the big beauty guru boy? So I'm going into Tones and I'm just using the default, but I'm making it lighter, and I'm zooming in and I'm just brightening up my highlights on my face. So like my inner corner, my nose, my upper lip. And it might look crazy, so then I take the eraser and I just tap it. And as you can see, it just adds a little bit more dimension to the photo. Now going into Vsco Cam, this is where I add all my filters, and it's the last app that I use. I don't really do that much in my photos, as you can see. But in Vsco Cam, Vsco? As you can see, I have my entire Instagram feed laid out on here. I do that because I need to make sure that it fits my theme before I post it. There are a bunch of other apps that you can do this on, but personally Vsco is my favorite because I use it to edit, so why not? So I just add the photo in there, and it obviously matches my feed because I purposely wore this sweater because I knew I wanted more yellow in my theme right now. And this is where most people came to this video for. What filter do I use? Well, it is pretty simple. I actually have it everything preset. I use the exact same preset on every photo. So I just click it and add it to my photo, and I'm gonna go through right now and tell you every single thing that is on this filter. So when you go in through Vsco Cam, there are certain like ways of measurements that you can change the opacity on your photos. So if you don't use Vsco Cam, this will be absolutely useless to you, but I use the A6 filter and I do it plus 9.0. I do the exposure minus 2.2. This is very important, or else the whites will be either too bright or too dark, so you have to make sure that the exposure is the same. I sometimes have to adjust this if I took a photo in like a darker space or a lighter face, but usually when I take photos in this room with my ring light, it stays the same. My contrast is up 1.5, and that definitely just makes the darkness in my photos more dark. The temperature is negative 0.4, and this cools down anything in the photo that might be a little bit too yellow toned. besides my like yellow clothing, obviously like white things that are a little yellow toned, it makes them a little more cool toned. Do the Tint plus 0.5. This just makes it a little more green instead of pink, I believe. I turn my saturation up just a tiny bit to make my reds pop a little more, like my lipstick or my hat or something, and my blush. I turn the skin tone up plus 0.9. This changes the tint of your skin, and I think it makes it look more natural in the photo than if I didn't do that. My complexion would be like bright pink, and I don't like that. Next thing I do is turn the grain up in my photos just a little bit, 2.3%, because I don't want it to look super perfect, and this also helps where if I take a photo with my back camera, it helps it match the other photos because the front has naturally more grain than the back. So like if I take a picture of something in my hand, I'll turn the grain up a little bit so that it looks more like it was taken with the front camera. And lastly, my shadow tint, I do plus 1.9. Once again, this just does stuff to the darks in my photos and makes them more, you know, deep, because the iPhone camera, at least on my phone, which is an iPhone 6, it doesn't have much depth, and I find myself seeking that. So after I add the filter, I just like to open the photo and make sure that it looks right. And let me see, on this one, everything looks pretty good. Okay, so that is it for how I edit my photo. Now, the moment of truth. Let's save it to my camera roll and upload it to Instagram and see if it matches my theme. If it doesn't, it will get deleted. If you follow me on Instagram and you're on Instagram when I post, I usually post a photo and delete it like 4 or 5 times before I am perfectly happy with how it looks. And I am happy with that photo. So yeah guys, that is how I edit my Instagram photos. Obviously, if you aren't already, please be sure to follow me on Instagram. I will link it in the descriptions, but I am at Twin Buns on everything. I'm at 6.3K. I'm getting so close to the amount of followers I had when my Instagram was hacked and deleted a couple months ago, so thank you guys so much. And since my Instagram has gotten deleted, I am getting so many more likes and stuff on my photos. I also have a backup Instagram that is at Trash Buns, so if you guys want to follow that, I test out new themes on there and just post like stupid photos. So yeah. But anyways guys, if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, please remember to subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. If you actually like this video, please remember to like it by clicking the thumbs up. If you were subscribed and you have not already, click the bell below to turn on my notifications so you are notified when I post it. You can actually enjoy my content, join the party. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys! Mwah! Ah.